Your business is not growing because you lack that X factor. If you think this is the case, then you could never be more wrong. Why do you see famous YouTubers like Alex Hormozy and Casey Neistat to be, flawless and charismatic? These qualities were not built overnight. And most of my clients have this one excuse in their back pocket. Maybe we are just late to the party. Maybe, but you don't have to be a famous YouTuber. Your goal is to grow your business, and in this video I'm going to show you a secret growth formula which helped numerous business owning YouTubers skyrocket their sales. And to do this, we have to start by understanding your constraints. In the last 5 years of my career, I have worked with numerous creators across industries, and this one thing was common in all of them: lack of time. And this is very normal. Even I don't get time to make these videos on a regular basis to help you. But since we know our main enemy, we need to learn to work our way around it. That starts with focusing on what works. Like, you can make a video about 10 minutes long and you can spend over 100 hours on it. But my only question is, what about your ROI? Are you going to learn a lot of things by working on a video for 100 hours, or is YouTube algorithm is going to take that video and magically make it their top priority? No, highly likely your video will not be noticed by the YouTube algorithm, or you are not going to gain a lot of experience by making just one video. So my point is, don't put your efforts and time on just one video. Try to make a lot of videos. That's the reason I wanted to post like 3 videos a week, but sometimes our goals are a bit too ambitious, and but anyway, I think one video every week is really good, but if you can push it up to 2 videos a week, then even better. But at least you should try to maintain this consistency of one video every week. And we have to start by focusing on what moves the needle, focusing on what matters. Now, mostly people spend a lot of time on editing, shooting, scripting. So one video might end up taking over 100 hours of your time, which is unreasonable and not very sustainable if I consider this on a long term basis. And YouTube is a long term game, business is a long term game. So since we have time constraints, it will make zero sense to put all of our time and energy onto one video, which might not end up getting us the desired amount of views or experience. Now, what should you do in this case? It's simple. Focus on what will move the needle. Like, let's for example say you are new to YouTube, then you need to make a lot of videos. So I had this target to make 3 videos every week. Obviously I didn't get time, but my flow is a lot better because I made all those videos. So my point is, just focusing on the iteration will get you far enough. But besides that, you really need to think about improving your scripts and all, if you are interested in those parts. And even if you are someone who is a bit experienced and want to take it to the next level, I would always suggest put your effort on things that will move the needle, like your hook, like the thumbnail, like the title. You won't believe me, but these 3 things should at least capture 50% of your time. So if you can't give 50 hours to your thumbnail, title and the first 30 seconds of your video, you probably don't need 100 hours for the whole video. Now, having a solid hook will help you capture the attention of your viewers. A highly produced video will make zero sense if people don't stay on your video after the first 30 seconds. So having a really strong hook is very, very important. If you had to edit only one part of a long form video, I would say just edit the first 30 seconds and you are good. If your content is good enough, people will stay. Since we have time constraints, we should focus on what will move the needle, like the first 30 seconds of a video, like the thumbnail, the title. Most people spend the least amount of time on these 3 things, and really these 3 things will determine whether someone will click on your video, whether they will stick till the end. if your viewers don't stick for the first 30 seconds, in no world they will stick for the whole video. Your hook has to be strong. If you write only one paragraph of your script, that should be your hook. The rest can be bullet points. Which brings me to my next point, understanding what works and what doesn't. Now, when you try to understand what's working for your channel and what isn't, you really need to be able to break things into stages. So once we figured out that the hook is important, the thumbnail is important, and the title is important, we need to be able to experiment and see what kind of hooks really sit well with your audience, or the people who are interested in your domain. If you don't already have an audience base, all you need to do is to break down a process into these steps. Like for one hook, you have to have these three things. The promise. What am I going to get from your video? Why should I care? Why should I watch? Second, the plan. How are you going to help me solve this problem? How would you address my pain point? How would you help me heal that? And third, the proof. The point that you are even qualified to talk about this topic, that you are experienced enough or you have done enough research to talk about this, is really important. Like for me, my proof is I have worked in this industry for 5 years. I've worked with numerous creators across platforms, not just YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. Since I have worked for so long with businesses and creators, I kind of have an idea what will work and what will not. So this is, obviously I have a rough idea. Nobody will know exactly what will work, but still, when you have your processes broken down in stages, like I explained, let's say for the thumbnail and the title, they will go hand in hand. They need to go hand in hand. So your thumbnail and your title should marry. What I mean by that is your thumbnail and title should complement each other. And there is a very interesting concept when we talk about the thumbnail and the title. There is one thing which is good for you. There is one thing which you want. So the way to get clicks is to show your audience what they want. You care about your pain point. You care about what you are going to get. You don't care about the way in which you will get it. So it's really important to show your viewers that this is what I'm solving. So once they're interested, then you show them this is how I solved it. But other than these two, you also need to have consistency, and for that you need an action plan. Business owners are always busy. Business owners will always be busy, and it's really tempting to feel that YouTube is not for me. YouTube is not good. I'm not good enough for YouTube. Everything is hard. YouTube is hard, I will not deny that, but on YouTube you need to be consistent to win. And for this you need to have a sustainable action plan, which is a long-term action plan. So which includes batch recording, which includes creating scripts in batches. So you don't have to sit every time and record one video. Just try to record 3 to 4 videos at once, so that you can have a bank of videos ready to put up on YouTube, even if you have any kind of emergency or any business pressure, anything. So I like to think of it like this. In the beginning stages, like if you're a totally newbie on YouTube, make as many videos as you can. You should not hold back. Just make videos and think of all of these as a learning process. In the next step, maybe step down the number of videos and try to work on the quality, the hook of the video, the thumbnails or the title, and then again try to switch up the number and still hold the quality. You don't need any more than this. As long as your message is clear, as long as you're communicating your value properly, you don't have to worry about anything else. You need to figure out your audience and what problem you're solving. You need to have maximum clarity on these two things and you're gold. The goal is not to get like millions of views. The goal is to get a very high number of sales, and the only way to do that is to figuring out what their pain point is and a solution, and give it to them in the easiest way possible. That will turn your customers, that will turn your audience into customers. But if you want to know how you can turn your audience into customers in a really easy way, you might want to check this video out.